Happy Sunday.
I feel like that should be shorter.
And I don't think it goes shorter.
Huh.
Instagram is way up in the air, y'all.
The lighting is like really bad on Facebook.
Sorry about that.
Hey, hello everyone. We don't have anybody on.
No, so cheers.
Cheers.
That is
Big
a big old glass of wine.
I know, I didn't want to have to go refill.
That is a fine
Carolyn's
whiskey.
here. Hello, Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Oh, Carolyn, we need to talk to you. We need to ask you about if you're available next Sunday to be on our live. We're interviewing
the one
and only Kimberly Gauthier from Keep the Tail Wagging for National Raw Feeding Week. And we're going to mention a lot. Last week you were like fab with putting in the links, and we're going to mention links and stuff. And so we were hoping that if you're available, you might be able to jump on and help us out while spreading some links. Hey guys.
Hey y'all, Instagram. Are you guys enjoying this gorgeous Sunday as much as we are?
South Dakota.
Oh my God. How about that, Wendy?
Hello,
I bet it's
Wendy.
cold up there, huh?
I bet it is.
I bet it's
Maybe
super
that helps
chilly.
the light a little bit if you go down.
I don't know. We've got Facebook stacked up on books. We've got Instagram up in the
Facebook
air,
is on a book.
Here. You know, we just trying to be real.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Did you say yes?
Yes.
Yay! She said absolutely. Yay!
You're the best ever.
You really are the best ever.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So happy Sunday, everyone. We're so happy to be alive on this wonderful Sunday.
Really
we spent the majority of today painting.
Adulting.
No, yesterday we did more adulting. Today we
Trish!
painted.
Hey girl, hey.
Hello, Trish. Oh, girl, I need to text you. See if you're available tomorrow night for a FaceTime.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Put it out there.
We're just like talking to everybody. No, Carolyn, you're the best.
You are.
Yeah, so we spent today painting, which was fabulous. Do you have a picture of it?
Oh, I do.
We painted, so our room in the, like our master bedroom in the house is gutted right now because it is also part of the construction.
It has no ceiling.
It has no ceiling. So, but it still has walls. So we've always talked about
36 degrees there
36
today.
degrees. 32.
71 today.
Degrees now.
I'm sorry. It's just so gorgeous. And I'm chilly, so I had to put on a fleecy. Can you believe that? I would not survive.
She's chilly at 71.
I would not survive South Dakota.
That's what's happening. So
NT-Way,
our room has always been, it's never been painted. So since the very first time it was built, and our house was built in 1989, room has never been painted. It's just the plain.
It's like ceilings, walls, everything, all the same color.
Of that wall back there, just like an off-white kind of color, very bland.
But today,
so we
I'll
decided,
show Facebook first. I don't know if you can see anything.
I don't know if you could see it,
No,
but
you really
and it's
can't.
kind of a
You really
crappy
can't. Sorry.
paint job, but yeah. So we painted our fireplace.
Insta. There we go.
Yeah,
you can see.
Insta
You can't really see.
better.
So a little part up top is red. Then we have dark gray, and then the walls are a light gray.
Yeah.
So we're trying to make the most of having everything out of that room and doing something to make it even better whenever we can move back into it.
Yes.
So we're very excited about that.
Yeah, so we painted most of today. And now we just wanted to jump on and go
Do a
over
cat tip review.
our cat tips for the week, because
We should come up with a jingle for that. You know?
we
Wouldn't
try
that
to
be
keep
fun?
our
A little jingle.
cat tip review.
We'll work on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Charlene, hey mama.
Hey Mama
Joy.
Charlene. Hey Joy.
Oh my God.
Somebody's grilling.
Oh.
Do you guys remember last week we smelled something and it was like something bad?
It smelled like fungus.
Yeah.
And by that I mean it smelled like
You said
really
mushrooms.
fresh mushrooms. Like fresh mushrooms though. Not
But somebody's
like,
grilling right now, so it's got that good barbecue smell going on outside.
Mhm. So delicious.
So yeah, so we just want to jump on.
Gloria.
As you guys know, our cat tips of the day, every day, Monday through Friday, are less than a minute long. So we don't have much time. And you guys know that Adrienne is like on point. She is like so on fleek when it comes to it. She knows
fleek?
on fleek.
Wow.
Mhm. She knows exactly how to get all of her words in 1 minute. And I'm like recording myself 6, 7, 8, sometimes 30 times to try to get my words right. And I usually still don't. So
I don't ever get my words right, but-
I'm better at babbling and explaining in that way. So our cat tip review
Oh.
is so that we can go back over the cat tips and babble a little bit about it.
We love to babble. Jennifer, you poor thing. She said no grilling here in New England. Nice chili too.
It shouldn't be too long though.
I
Before
know.
the weather starts to change in
We've
the
just
other
had
places.
the first day of spring.
Yeah. Happy spring, everyone.
Spring has
Yay.
sprung. You can't really see here. I don't know if you guys can see if I tilt it up. Look at all those blossoms.
Yeah, look at our blooms on the
the
tree
tree.
back here.
Oh my god.
We love that. We know that like
and then the
spring
blooms
has,
like just start raining
spring has
down.
sprung.
It's beautiful. Instagram I would show you, but if I move that camera, it's gonna pop out and attack us, and then we're not gonna be able to get it back up. Don't touch it. Whatever you do.
Look at those blooms.
That's the cool newsstand.
I see that now.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to it. Hey, Marilyn.
Yes, you did catch us live.
Oh my goodness.
What's
yes.
up?
Jennifer. True, it is spring. Yes.
Yeah.
It is. And our plants are finally coming back to life. I'm not really good at keeping up with like watering plants and things through the winter because we don't even come outside. And so they just start to like wilt. But roses are like, roses love me.
They're resilient.
Yeah. So I can just like water them and in the spring and then they come back. I mean, not as nice as they would if I kept up with them during the
They're magical.
winter.
Magical plants.
Anyway,
let's focus our thoughts,
girl,
and share with everyone a little recap of our cat tips from this week.
Yeah. So Monday we talked about essential oils. We talked about always doing your research when it comes to essential oils. I've heard a lot of stuff lately. A lot of people advocating for essential oils. We think essential oils are great. They have a lot of health benefits for people and pets, but you always want to do your research. We, for the most part, steer clear of essential oils. We don't diffuse essential oils just because there's a lot of research that we need to do, that we would need to do to feel completely secure about it.
Yeah.
And I know there's a bunch of companies out there. There's MLM businesses. They're selling it, and they claim that their essential oils are safe for animals. But then there's other people that have said that they've used these essential oils and they've had reactions with their cats. So we've seen some really scary stuff when you go for like the really cheap kind of essential oils. So the only essential oil that we can, what's the word? Faithfully recommend, not faithfully, like heartfully. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I think you should keep trying.
I'm going to hit you. I will cut her.
That we can
actually recommend.
That's a good word.
with our whole hearts that we are 100% sure about is a company called Animalio. And the reason that we're 100% sure about it is we know the owner, who is a veterinarian, and she makes, it's called Animal EOs as an essential oil, so Animalio, and so she actually makes the essential oils for pets. So we use some of those topically for our cats. We haven't diffused anything though I know that there are some that she recommends that you can diffuse too. So always do your research though, because there's just a lot of possible side effects and things that can be harming to your cat if you don't do your research first when it comes to essential oils.
The great Vicki Larson has joined us here on a live.
Recommend or endorse. Thank you.
She always knows the words that
she knows what I'm thinking.
Of.
She always knows what I'm thinking. When you're like, I don't know, you should keep trying. This is funny.
I think it's funny. Barbara says we've got brown grass in Minnesota. You poor thing. Oh.
We had brown grass
or
yellow grass.
We got robins like last week. I always get so excited about robins.
She does. She's a bird freak.
I am a freak about some birds.
Yes.
And I love the little finches and our mockingbirds and all of that jazz. However, back in the day, my family actually found a baby bird without the babies had just come out of their eggs and something attacked the nest overnight on Mother's Day. We wake up and the nest is destroyed and we go out and there's one little tiny, like, just all skin bird, and it was a robin, and he was still alive. So we figured out how to take care of him. He was the scraggliest little guy, but he came back every season, and you could tell his name was Bird, and you could tell who he was because his color wasn't quite there, and he was really scraggly.
Louisiana. Hey, Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
Austin just bought a self-cleaning litter box. Okay, so we had one of those.
Carolyn said confidently recommend.
Austin, confidently, yes.
That's
See, that's
another great
that's
word.
what I was looking for. Gosh, I love you guys.
And she posted the link.
Oh,
You're a
See,
rock star.
Carolyn. Okay, so if you're interested in essential oils that we recommend, Carolyn posted a link to Animalia, so you can
Go check it
you can
out.
check them out there. Austin said, "Are they good as far as self-cleaning litter boxes?" I'll tell you what I like about self-cleaning litter boxes is that you don't have to do as much work. See, what I don't like about them is the synthetic crystals that the one that we had at least had these like synthetic crystals that just aren't really good. And but the number one thing I don't like is that it's hard to keep up with your watching your cat's poo and pee. Right? You want to be able to know if they're urinating enough, and if you have multiple cats, it's difficult anyway. But
Pooh Bear had a
being
really
able to
good
watch
poop.
it.
And you want to know that your cats are having healthy poops. You know, you don't always get to catch them when they're in there. Not come to identify. I think it's easy to tell the kittens and the big boys.
Yeah,
but
there are also those like really big ones that like robots, and people swear by them. And if we had $600 to spend on a litter box, we'd probably try it out.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But interestingly enough, just another small pointer from last week's cat tips of the day, or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. Litter boxes, y'all. Dr. Marcy Koski, this is what we did. You can't get a litter box that's big enough for like our Pooh Bear. A litter box needs to be a length and a half, not including the tail, of your kitty for it to be comfortable in a litter box. We got storage tubs, and that's all the cats use now. We have 2 of them. We're going to get more.
And they're awesome.
They're incredible.
Now, Amber says hearing people talk about DBA for their pets. I'm not sure what
doing business as.
That's what I'm thinking. Like DBA for like doing business as. I don't know what DBA means. What does that mean, Amber?
Marilyn said, "I love that you guys can have cocktails and talk sensibly." Carry on. Well, not
we
too
talk
long
sensibly
now.
for a moment, and then as it gets,
we only pour our drink moments before we go live, so that we're not too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, if you think we ramble now, just imagine. Oh God.
Hey Max! Yay, Max is here.
Max, you rock star.
Is this every Sunday night?
Yeah.
Actually, Jennifer, yes. We usually try to go live on Sunday night, and we
try to go a little bit earlier, actually. But
yeah, we're gonna try to be more consistent about it. Time got away from us while we were painting our house today, so.
That's
measuring 5 to 6 self-cleaning litter robots.
Vicky,
yeah.
You just need to get an extra person in your house. Okay, next cat tip of the day. Jay's like, excuse me, we're doing cat tips. So my cat tip on Tuesday was about perspective, and obviously inspired by our current situation right now, where it's very easy for us. There's a Robin
right now.
You handsome fella, you.
Oh my goodness.
Come eat some berries. Come on, we have these beautiful red berries. They love them over here. Anyway, so inspired by what we're going through right now, it's easy to get caught up in the dailiness. And so I noticed that I have a little bit of a hair trigger when it comes to dealing with things that usually would not disturb me in any way, right? Because everything's so disarrayed right now. So thinking about that, got to thinking about what are our little ones going through? And you notice like there's just this, I don't know, I think it's fabulous that cats can, what's the word I'm looking for? Acclimate.
I don't know, Carolyn?
They can adjust.
Vicky?
What word am I looking for? They've all handled this situation very well. And I find it fascinating to see them, finding new places to hang out.
It's almost like they like it. And it really helps us because it feels like they're like, oh, cool. We have all these new little places to hide under because all of our furniture is just like stacked up on top of each other everywhere, right? So they're like, oh, we have like little, it's like a little jungle gym.
Even in our great room right now where we have stuff just covered with these huge plastic tarps, they're laying on the tarps. Mm-hmm. They're like chilling. It's just fabulous. So it was a reminder to look at life sometimes from your cat's perspective. I think perspective is a great thing for all of us to keep in mind to help be more compassionate towards others, those other peoples, not just cats. Yeah. But taking the time to think about that for our cats this week was a great way to really get some perspective for myself as well, and to also be more considerate about more playtime with them, more snuggles with them. It's just been wonderful. So perspective.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Keep it in perspective.
You keep it in perspective.
Okay, so on join the private group and see a whole different side of these two.
Vicky. Busted.
There is a private group. If you guys want to become a VIP member, you can sign up on our website. And we do have a private group. Our private group, we go live once a month, sometimes every once in a while in between. But yeah, you see us a little bit
Sometimes we have a cocktail or two before we jump on.
Yeah, there you go. Sometimes we drink before those.
Yeah, we'll take you on a tour of the house, show you our leaking toilet. Fun stuff.
Yes, Brenda. We're just gonna start doing every Sunday, and word has it, maybe Wednesdays too.
Oh, it's a rumor.
You guys are our church time.
That's right. Jay said, if we do it Wednesdays, then
if we do it Wednesday night and Sunday night, then those like hardcore Baptists will never show up.
That's because she is a hardcore.
Because I was like,
she was raised.
I was raised
Southern Baptist,
and so we were in church every Wednesday night and every Sunday night.
She did not ever schedule anything for her church nights.
No, never.
So she says that with respect, by the way.
You keep it in
Max said, only humans resist change and adaptation. I sure
do.
It's true. I sure do.
Yep.
Okay.
So keep it in perspective. On Wednesday, I talked.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. On Wednesday, I talked about excessive grooming. So this is an issue that a lot of cat parents deal with, and the majority of the time, from our perspective or from our experience, we're seeing that it has somewhat of a root in stress a lot of the times. Now, first and foremost, if you find your cat all of a sudden excessively grooming, like over grooming themselves, then you want to go to the vet first.
Check it out.
Because get a checkup, get a blood panel run, make sure that everything's okay, because they can actually, for arthritis or a joint issue or muscle issues, there's a lot of if they have anal gland irritation and they're excessively grooming down there, absolutely get them in, because it could be an anal anal
I like
problem.
Your little fingers
Talking about anals. Anal glands. So definitely get them to the vet first. Now, this is what we're finding, right? Because most of you guys come to us after you've already been to the vet and the vet exhausted, and the vet says, I don't know. And so now you're still trying to figure it out. So we're going through this with quite a few people right now, kind of going down the
elimination.
Yes, elimination. Thank you. The elimination game. So we want to figure out why exactly this is happening. Sometimes it can be feline hyperesthesia, which just pops up out of nowhere, it seems like. Sometimes it can be flea allergy dermatitis, which can come from one flea. Your cat doesn't have to be covered in fleas in order to get flea allergy dermatitis. But one flea, if they're allergic to it, can cause flea allergy dermatitis. That is really hard.
Can you say that 5 times fast?
So we want to go through the process of elimination. A lot of times this can stem from diet. There are some really harsh, I just whistled when I said harsh, ingredients in many, especially dry foods, that can cause allergies. If you're feeding the same protein over an extended period of time, cats can develop an aversion to it or an allergy towards chicken or fish, things like that. And that will also cause excessive grooming. So you want to go through the process of elimination. And the key here is find somebody that knows, that will go through this with you if you don't already know, or do your research. You can always contact us. Like I said, we're doing this with a lot of people right now, going through the process of elimination, trying to figure out what exactly this is going on. So if you have a cat that's over grooming and you want to contact us, you can do so. Otherwise, first of all, take them to your vet, and then start that elimination game.
Well, and also too, like excessive grooming.
Nate.
Cats love to groom. It's like they eat, they sleep, they groom, right? And they play. Let's make sure they keep playing. So excessive grooming, though, is when they're really going after a certain spot, or they started getting like redness or pulling their hair out. You will know when to assess it. Don't go freaking out because they're already licking their little paws and doing their thing. Nah. Oh my God, Nate. Hi, Nate. Did you just say that?
Yes, I did.
Hi, Darby.
And I said that too. Except I kind of squeaked with Darby. I said, hi, Darby.
Is it Shanda?
Shanda.
What a cool name.
From
Shanda
Montana. I
D'Angelo.
bet it's probably not warm in Montana, huh? I bet not.
Oh, I bet it's chilly. Okay, I
want to retire in Montana.
We've never been, but that is.
No, but I've seen pictures. Hey. Oh my goodness, wouldn't it be so cool if that Robin just came over and like sat on my shoulder?
Hi, pretty bird.
Hi, you're eating the berries. Yes, you are.
I love the berries.
Okay. Focus. We're losing people here.
So bossy. I'm sorry. Okay, we're back. All right, and we're back. Oh, yay! talking about keeping your cats playing, Cat for the Day on Thursday was about getting a variety of toys. And by that, we mean it is so distracting. I can't look directly at it. He's being so cute. He keeps fluttering his little wings every time he takes a berry. Variety of toys. So we want
Scotch.
He said no, and now I'm leaving.
He said bye.
Sometimes we think our cats come back as birds. Sometimes.
Mama did.
Yeah. Okay, that's another story. So, Cat Tip of the Day on Thursday was about having a variety of toys. So, this is like, and I say this because for the longest time, I thought that our older boys only love to play with the laser dots. The only thing that would get them like, oh. But there's so many other toys out there. So, we're talking different textures, different, what else was there? Well, like, you have like the crisps, you have the balls with the jingle thing in there. Yeah. You've got bouncy balls.
The kinds that make noise and the kinds that are just
interactive. And then
the
toys that they can actually just play in. And here's what we do is we actually just swap them out. So we put the toys out, they go crazy for them. And we really do have to engage our older boys. Some, they do. We have to engage our older boys a little bit to get them up and moving around more than the kittens.
It's not as hard though when we bring them back out.
Right.
Especially the catnip toys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So for Mew, you can check them out. They make all natural catnip, like crisps and little beans, little green. Oh my god, it's so fantastic! The babies go crazy for them. Mr. Christopher Green, happy Sunday! So think about a variety of cat toys. Even if you think that your cat only likes one toy or that's their favorite toy, that's fine. But get the bird, get one toys, get the crinkle stuff, get all that stuff, and then try to rotate it out. Also, a point about toys is wash them every now and then. Mm-hmm. We hand wash them with gentle soaps. Oh, I meant to put cat soap on the list. We're almost out.
I have a coupon for that.
Yay.
And we call it cat soap, but it's really just like the all-natural soap that we use for cats.
Yeah, right. For our cats. So you just want to remember to wash them. We do it like once every maybe like 2 weeks, just so they don't get super crazy grimy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. So last cat tip was about carbs and grains. So this is something also that is very
carbs and grains.
That was really pretty.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
It's Edelweiss.
Oh, is that on the beginning of that movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Really they make a really spooky version of it for
and they're not saying carbs and grains though.
No.
Anyway, so when we're talking about here's something, it was really hard for us to grasp this fact when we first learned it. And it took us a while to actually start making the changes for our cats. But when we're talking about carbohydrates and grains, everybody knows that grain-free is better. And no, it doesn't have to do with heart disease if it's grain-free in our cats. It's what they replace the grains with that sometimes
you have
does.
To be careful.
So you need to be careful about. However,
read the ingredients, y'all.
Right. However, all dry food has a high amount of carbohydrates. Well, the thing is that our cats are not designed to be able to digest properly carbohydrates and grains. So when we're feeding these foods that have grains in them and that are like a dry food that's high in carbohydrates, and when we're talking about carbohydrates in dry food, guys, a cat is able to digest properly about 2% of carbohydrates in their diet. No more than 5, definitely no more than 10, because we can nutritionally abuse them up to 10% even. Every kibble, the best kibble I've ever seen thus far, had 20% carbohydrates in it. And only 20%. Most kibbles are 40 to 60, sometimes even more. So we're talking about when we're feeding dry food, that's why hairballs are so common in cats, is because we feed them dry food. And it was always common in our household. Hairballs, vomiting, constipation, all of this is often a result of the foods we feed. If we're feeding something that's high in carbs, we're feeding something that has grains in it, and they're not able to digest it, it kind of gets stuck in their system. And so you're thinking about like it goes through, right? It's trying to go through. Cats have a very quick digestive system. It's like through in like 12 to 24 hours. But when they're eating foods that they can't digest properly, it kind of gets stuck in there. So when they're grooming themselves and the hair should be going through correctly, it gets stuck. When they're eating food, it can get stuck, and so they're vomiting more. They've got more hairballs, or it starts to go down, but it gets stuck towards the anal area, and then we're dealing with constipation. The anal area, and then we're dealing with constipation. So you want to, as much as possible, feed a moisture-rich, grain-free, and low-carbohydrate diet to
Wet
your
foods
cats.
are naturally
Lower in
lower
carbs
in
for the
carbs.
most part. Yeah.
Anyways, right. But for the longest time, y'all, and this is before we started feeding fresh, because we now feed an all raw diet for our babies. Sometimes we'll supplement with a little bit of canned food or wet food. But
Like
I
lately, like
thought
this week, they were like,
they went on
they
strike
would not
again.
eat the venison.
Well, it's because it was venison.
They
They're
hated
like,
the
no.
venison. So we had to put like some like salmon-y, open
Right.
farm wet food in it to get them to
But
eat.
until that, when we were feeding kibble, it was like wet food was like a very, very special treat. It was not something that I thought that they could
Yep.
even eat on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of it is to do with how
It's still what a lot of people believe
Yeah.
is that like you shouldn't feed too much wet food. That's like a treat.
Right.
But it's not actually. They
not
should
a
be eating a full wet
treat.
food diet.
Wendy asked, what
Moisture.
kind of soap do you use to clean cat toys? It's the 7th generation.
7th generation is what we're using right now. There are
Yes.
some that are, that's just
Whole
in our
Foods
budget.
has-
There are
yeah,
some
Whole
that are
Foods has
a
some
step
that are-
above that. We use the 7th generation because it's, chemical free, or the, like no dyes and all that other stuff that they put in it. So we just, and we do the same when we wash their towels or or even our sheets, anything they're going to
Their
lay
laundry
on.
detergent is like 5 times more expensive.
Yeah,
than
their
ours.
laundry detergent is really
It's really
expensive.
expensive.
But I have a coupon for that too.
Oh my God. You're on fire.
I know.
She is that girl in
on
front of you at the market that's like,
fire.
okay, we're all checked out. Now here's my coupons. Dinka, 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 dink. She's very
Yeah.
good.
I
She's
mean,
very
We
good.
have a household of 5 cats.
Yes.
I mean, that can get expensive when we're trying to do the
Oh,
absolute
it
best for them.
is expensive.
Now, we still use the 99-cent soap for ourselves.
That's true.
We have 2 different brushes in the
Someday.
sink.
Someday, yeah,
And-
we do.
Yeah. Actually, lately I've been using the natural stuff because I ran out of the cheap stuff and I just haven't put it on the list.
Oh, that's where we're almost out of the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you have a little glimpse into our dysfunctional life in the kitchen with our soaps.
Yes. So that's it for the cat tip review. What I'd like,
Yes.
and I believe what you guys would like as well,
Carolyn.
is for Adrian to give another story.
Oh my God, I love you, Rodney Habib.
Hey,
Come
Rodney.
to Canada. Make us both Canadian. Do you know, I got to tell you, most of my relatives are from Montreal. No joke. That's a fact.
And no joke.
I've never been there, though, but half my family my dad's family is all from Canada. Huh?
So who wants
So
to
we
hear
get lots
Adrian
of
tell
them.
a story?
What kind of story am I
I
going
don't
to
know.
tell?
You have so many. Last week you told the black snatch story.
Oh my gosh.
Remember?
No.
Yes.
No. I mean, I do remember, but I don't have like a story at my fingertips to tell.
Okay. How about Rudy?
Not on a live. There's
I'll
language
bleep.
involved.
I'll bleep.
You'll bleep it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, it's a true story. It's hilarious.
No.
No Rudy? Okay.
No, Rudy. You guys,
I don't think
now
we
we're
should
just
do.
vamping. There
I don't
we
think
go.
we should do the Waffle House story.
Nope. Also with the language.
Yeah.
You guys, I have to tell you this.
She has
though,
a lot of
and we'll
stories,
do
but
this-
some of them are very crass.
they are crass. Some of them are very crass, and they're such great stories because it was like a moment of, oh my gosh,
I know.
whoa, jeez.
Tell them the story when you were flying back from France. Tell them that story.
I thought you saw a scorpion. Oh, if y'all have ever been
That
stung
was
by a
weird.
scorpion, you understand how frightening that was. Okay, quick story to top us off for our
Sunday evening.
Sunday evening. Jay had to live in France for a certain duration of time, and when I graduated from college, she got me a ticket to go visit her. I'm going to try to not go back in the spring of '97.
Please don't.
I always start way too far back. So I am flying back, and y'all need to know that I hate flying. I hate flying so much that, back to perspective, I will start praying for my passenger partners, whoever I'm about to spend an extraordinary amount of time next to.
Which was like a 9.5-hour flight.
Right. So I start praying for them just so that we can all have a nice experience, right? Because maybe they're as freaked out about flying as I am. So I get on the plane. I fly from Nice to Heathrow. I get on the plane at Heathrow, barely made my plane in Heathrow. Get on, and this
Heathrow's in
adorable little
Nice
Scottish
is in
couple.
France.
Right, Nice is in France.
So from France to London.
To London, basically.
She's naming airports. Like,
I'm sorry.
I do that all the time.
I get on the plane in London. I barely get on the plane. And next to me is the most adorable little Scottish couple. They had just flown from Glasgow. That's exactly right. And they sat down and no joke, they start pulling out the knitting and they're like, oh, and how are you, my dear? So it was Margie and Dougie were my passenger partners. And I love them. And of course we carry on, we're talking and, where are we coming from? And I'm American. And they're actually going to Las Vegas. I haven't been to Vegas since they were married like 35 years. And Margie's going on and on. She was like, oh, my husband's more worried about our dogs than he are our children because they're the ones that are going to leave the sink running. And she's going on and on and on. And Dougie would lean over and he'd be like, she's like, yes, that's right, dear. But we made sure that we've got everything taken care of. And our neighbors are going to be checking. That's right, my dear. She would be interpreting for him for 9 hours. It was really only 7 hours because I watched a movie and she knitted. No joke, she knitted. So we're flying into Las Vegas. We're coming down, and they start asking all about Las Vegas. Like, where's a great restaurant to go? What's your favorite spot? Tell us somewhere off the strip even. That's fantastic. Dougie would lean over and be like, do they still have the Bellagio fountains? Like, she was interpreting everything for him. So we're about to land, and Dougie starts leaning over me like, and Margie's putting her stuff up, and you can tell that she's just done interpreting for Dougie.
She's tired of being an interpreter.
And I'm like, Dougie, I'm so sorry, but I can't understand. Understand what you're saying. And he was like, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I still can't get it. And then he basically says, do you think they'll understand me with my Scottish accent? And I was like, oh my God, Dougie, I said, if you really slow it down like that, I have no problem understanding you. And he says, beep it. I'll use my American accent.
After 9.5 hours of him trying to talk to Adrian trying to understand
what
he's saying.
F it. I'll just use my American accent. Clear as a bell. Margie leans back like laughing. Isn't that great? He learned it from Michael Jackson. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Michael Jackson.
I lost it. Lost it.
Hey, Jill.
Oh, hey, Jill. So there's my story.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
gosh,
she does. She has so many accents, Carolyn.
No, I tried doing the thing where you go out to a bar. We went to this nice restaurant bar, Vintner Grill.
Yeah.
And Jay was like, you need to see if you can stay in a Scottish accent all night, which I was trying to do. And the wine helped. So we're standing outside waiting to leave, I think. And we're going on about something. And a real Scotsman, whatever I'm not exactly sure.
Scottish person.
He was like, oh, you're from Scotland then? And of course I just vamped. I forgot what I said. He was like, because that's the shittiest accent I'd ever heard. But it sounds fun for us.
Yep.
That's all.
It is fun. The accent was on point.
The American accent.
Right?
Unbelievable. I could not believe it. And Margie was just, never once did she ask him to use his American accent. She just kept interpreting for him.
Until she
never
got fed
once
up.
mentioned it. And then there you have it.
Screw it, I'll use my American accent.
Screw it. I'll just use my American accent.
So we'll wrap it up here. Happy Sunday, everyone.
Happy Sunday,
we love you guys. Thanks for joining and have a beautiful
Maybe we'll
evening.
see you on Wednesday.
And we'll see you on Wednesday if you're available. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.